The CLA and the A3 are trying very hard to get new buyers into these brands looking for prestige and a little bit of fun.
There's a problem though. For similar money, you could also have this, the Honda Accord Coupe. And where I'd like a little more sensitivity, it has the qualities of my favorite German automobiles.
This one has understeer and is just kind of bland. It's taut, you can tell this is a German car, but frankly, it could also just be a Jetta.
When we started Everyday Driver, when we launched the show, we promised ourselves no Accords and Camrys. We're not going to drive anything that isn't an enthusiast car, fun to drive. Yet here we are.
Many of you have asked about this variation, Honda Accord V6 with a 6-speed. Now I can hear you already. You're already typing, you're already saying, where's the BMW? Or you're saying, where's this car? Or where's that car? Because yes, there are quite a few other cars we could put in this group. But I submit to you that people don't just shop by what marketing departments say go together. Most of the time, and you guys tell us this all the time, you shop based on what you can afford.
The Accord Coupe comes with just about everything the Merc and the Audi do, and it's less money. That's why it's in this comparison. It's still front-wheel drive, and it's about this, frankly, unbelievable engine. If you're truly shopping by price, and not just by luxury brand alone, you've got to consider this car. The Accord Coupe is interesting. The longer I look at it, the more the proportions seem like Audi A5 proportions. Now, the details are not as nice as the Germans. Although this is not a bad looking car, it looks a little bit like a muscle car.
This has that big, bold, almost truck-like front that you see on all the Accords, including even the Cross Tour, but a very swoopy side profile that frankly looks quite a bit like the upcoming Mustang.
If you took the badges off, I don't think you could tell it'd be a front-wheel drive car. If you look at the interior, here's a great example of the integrated nav screen. There's a double hump, and it's not pretty. The materials are great. Feels nearly like the other two cars. The fit and finish, they're all nearly alike. I just feel like it's gonna be dated quickly.
But you do sense that they put everything in here. 2 full screens, monster gauges, everything still has a very big, bulky feel that comes right out of the sedan. This has the tight headroom that the CLA has. It's only an inch longer than the Mercedes. However, this has the most rear seat legroom of all 3 of these cars. Now, for this same money as the other two, you got a lot more engine. This is a 3.5-liter V6. Significantly more horsepower than the other two. But because of the turbocharging in that Mercedes, this has almost the exact same torque as the CLA. In fact, the CLA has a bit more.
In the Coupe, you're getting 100 more horsepower than the A3 for less money. If that is the buying standard by which you shop, you cannot ignore the Accord Coupe. It's almost worth buying over the A3, just for the engine alone. The best place to use all this power is passing. This car makes far more power than I expected. This is kind of a hot rod. It's disguised as a Honda. Listen to that, even with traction control on. You can break it loose in second gear. If you need to, wipe your front tires off for any reason, you can. It's laughable.
This Accord Coupe can move. 0 to 60 under 6 seconds is a whole class better than the other two. But considering this car weighs the same as the other two, it actually feels larger than both the other cars.
The 6-speed transmission, very easy to drive, very crisp.
Everything in the Accord, despite its size, is incredibly light. It's like a light switch weight on all of your inputs. That also means that the steering, which is electrically assisted, is also too light.
What's funny is, I think, all right, I've got all this power, and the chassis and the dynamics of this car certainly must match, right? The big problem is corners. That's where this thing turns into a ball of mush. Yeah, not a lot of grip in these tires and not a lot of steering feedback.
Same family of tires you find on the FRS or BRZ, and we know they're just not good enough for a performance car. So you can make them howl doing just about anything. There's no tire information at all. I know I'm having a conversation with the front wheels, but despite hearing them scream, I don't really know what we're talking about.
It's very similar to the A3 in that sense. It seems like the steering wheel is just a suggestion for guiding the car. This is a lesson in understeer. If you want to know what an understeering front-wheel drive car feels like, just have yourself a drive in the Accord Coupe.
This is soft, there's definitely noticeable body roll. But you can predict this car. It's not wallowy at all. It actually just chucks itself into the corner and rocks a bit, but you can learn what it's doing. Like the Mercedes, once you get it settled, you can pull yourself out of the corner with the strength of the engine. The Accord Coupe is a willing dance partner. It's just not that graceful.
All right, so stick to straight lines, you'll be happier. And the car is happiest just kind of hanging out on the freeway.
One of the most impressive things about the Accord Coupe is it just feels up for anything. And there's so many extras in this car, it's astounding. This has everything the CLA has, plus anything else you can think of having in a car.
Even though the price is great and you're getting boatloads of power, I still like the tight feel of the German cars.
It can be a perfectly good commute car. It can be, if it has to be, a family car. I mean, you can take it and chuck it up a canyon. This is what happens when you're buying the upper level of one model set versus the lower level of another.
So whenever we're talking about a particular car, we always think, well, what else costs the same money? What else could we pair it with? So therefore, yeah, the wild card, we came up with a bit of an odd choice, but it's how you shop.
Here's the thing, though. That's what people tell us, too. When
Well,
we get
yeah.
lists of cars from people about these are the things I'm considering, you guys send us these lists all the time.
Yeah.
It's always about, here's my budget, and then the range. I don't care what marketing departments say. The range is ridiculous, and a lot of times, Accord Coupe is on the consideration list.
So I come into this review thinking I'm going to love the A3. It's the new A3. I love Audis. I love German engineering.
And you picked it first.
And I did not pick it first.
Really?
It almost got third.
Oh, wow. The problem with the A3 for me, I put it in third.
Really?
I put it there because I want it to be more. It's not compelling enough. It doesn't handle well enough. It's like a really nice Volkswagen. Okay.
As much as I love German cars, I understand and I tend to agree with you. The Accord's got price and it's got tons of power, boatloads of power.
Yep.
It's still not a driver's car.
The Accord, the Camry, they're fine cars, are good transport. They're not interesting or fun. That is the more fun version, and it is more fun. And I have to say, it desperately needs better tires.
It needs better tires.
The tires are completely handicapping that car in every corner.
But you know what this means. We're both picking the Mercedes.
That's true. We both picked CLA, #1 car of this group. Out of
That's-
nowhere,
that's the headline.
Mercedes is back on Everyday Driver, and it wins the Comparo.
The more I live with this car, styling for me, the interior, the power, this is a driver's car.
I am really surprised to get into a German-based please buy our automobile car and like it this much. Somehow the CLA actually does bring that aspirational German luxury brand specialness down to this price point. It maintains it. The A3 can't, but the CLA does. And
It does.
I'm shocked by that.
It's the most expensive car here, so we're not picking it based solely on the price, but I feel like you're finally getting your money's worth.
I still am too disappointed in the A3
Yeah,
to give it anything but third. I gotta go 1, 2, 3, and I still wouldn't buy any of them. I hate to say it, I'm sorry. Please tell me that I'm wrong, I know that you will, but there we go.
Fair enough. I would buy the CLA, and I can't believe I'm saying that. That's
Yeah.
pretty wild.
I don't know that I like you anymore. Do you like him? I don't know.
Yes, it's a luxurious car. You paid a lot of money for it, and it's kind of a status symbol. So did you buy it for that, or did you buy it because it's a driver's car? It's good to know that the CLA is definitely in the latter. It's a driver's car.
This certainly has its flaws with some of the interior build quality, the fact that it's pretty loud for a Mercedes. It is the most expensive car here, so it's not perfect. But there is something special here. The specialness you hope for in a German luxury brand has filtered all the way down to the CLA.
The reason that my choice is still number 2 for the A3 is because of the build quality, is because of that solid German feeling. And in most cases, you're going to be fine with it, but it isn't going to be your only car if you're driving enthusiast like we are.
If you're stepping up into one of the German luxury brands in the hopes that it's going to excite you and be a little extra than other cars you could get, the A3 doesn't really offer that.
And the Accord Coupe, it's not a distant third, just barely. You cannot ignore the price and the value that you're getting in this car.
It doesn't handle very well. It doesn't have any information out of the steering. It's not a car that really excites me, but I am glad it exists.